morning and welcome to Rick and Glenda Live. How you like that this morning?
Good morning. Beautiful morning.
Thursday.
Beautiful morning.
Oh, what a tough week you've had, I know. Volleyball, softball. I'm sorry for those that lost.
It's sad.
But, you know, there's always next year, or you just walk onto another team. They'll know. They'll never know. There's too many kids around here. Anyway, our week has been great so far. So far. But the best is yet to come, I'm sure. I mean, it's an amazing thing in Falls Creek every year. Every year. Every year. It's never failed. Ever.
I only have one earring on.
Who dressed you this morning?
Must have been you.
So, anyway, as we go on into today, we're going to be talking about quite a few things. But we have a very special guest this morning, and you've seen him all week long, and you've grown to love him.
We love him.
Oh, yeah.
We love him.
He's a great guy, all around, just a gentleman beyond belief. If you don't believe me, just ask him. But hey, we'll be talking to Jared Aylor later on today, and it's just a great show and a great week. It's Thursday. I love Thursday because it's the day after Wednesday and the day before Friday. Just they packed it right in like the middle of an Oreo cookie.
I love Oreos. I love them. I just
crunch them in vinegar, put them in
dunk them.
Ice cream. You can't beat it. Speaking of ice cream, well, never mind. That's what we're going to be doing for today, and so we're getting ready to break for a commercial, and we'll be right back. Do you have anything you want to add, my dear? I didn't think so. Hey, let's go on. Enjoy your breakfast.
Enjoy.
Have you recently been injured on the job?
Have you had to miss work because of this injury?
Have you missed a paycheck because of this injury?
We can help.
That's right. At T&T Law Firm, we've been helping people for years.
And we win.
Yes, we'll get you your money so we can get ours.
But only if you call 1-888-TNT-BOOM.
That's right, 1-888-TNT-BOOM.
We will fight with all our might.
Because we are TNT Dynamite.
Hi, I'm Jared Aylor. As I mentioned before, throwing away your trash is very important. Not only do we have the green trash cans available, but also the new Space Age Falls Creek trash cans, which are available around the tabernacle as well as various other parts. Be sure to throw your trash away. It's important.
And welcome back. Good morning, and our first guest is the anchor that you've all fell in love with this week, Jared Aylor, and he's an amazing person. You're going to love what he has to say about himself and other people, probably some of you. So let's give a big hand and a round of applause and a Laurel and Hardy handshake to Jared Aylor. Yeah. Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you today.
Good guy.
Oh, yeah.
So,
it's good to be here. Good to be here.
Good.
Good to have
Been
you.
getting plenty of sleep this week?
Not very much, no, not at all.
Well, that seems to be the case for the day. When you do this anchor show every morning or every day,
Right.
Everyone's been
It's
just
a day-long
you're
process.
the talk of the town. I mean, you're the hit parade, the cat's meow. You're it. What's it feel like being a stud of Falls Creek?
Well,
Fever.
it's nothing new to me. I've been doing it for years. Ever since I was small, I've been a stud, and then from there on, stud, third grade stud. It's been a progression of studliness up to the supreme studliness that I am today. This is the pinnacle of studliness.
When you get to my level, it's an amazing thing.
Well,
but you're up to a great start.
we all have to.
Great start. Now, see. You talk about being a stud from third grade all the way up, so there's hope for some of these nerdy guys out here today.
Yeah, of course.
Y'all will be there.
Someday soon.
They can try, and it's good to have a role model to grow up with
Yes.
and to be able to focus on. And I feel like I'm doing that for my community, and I'm giving back in that way.
Well, what would some of the tips and techniques be for these young men wanting to grow up to be like you?
Well, Rick, it's hard to put into just a couple of tips. There's a lot of stuff that cannot be learned, a lot of talent, and things that are hidden deep within a man that they have to discover themselves. But I would have to say the first thing that they could do would probably be dump a really hot girl. Date a girl, she's real good looking, out of your league, dump her. That puts your studliness up way.
I did that 4 times.
4 times.
Four
Then you know what I'm talking
yes,
about.
Yes.
Of course.
He does it quite often.
Oh,
yes,
well then.
Yes,
well then.
yes. But he's gone through women
Oh,
here,
oh.
like, you know, he just goes through them.
Right.
But I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, for now.
For now. The votes are still going out, right, folks? You remember that contest from last week? Okay, so...
Oh, I have a question too.
Oh,
now,
go ahead.
did you see the movie Anchorman?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. It was really good. Okay, but you're an anchorman.
Yes.
You're
yeah.
an anchorman.
I guess
Good,
like
but you
the
haven't
movie.
seen the
No.
movie. Okay, so there's nothing that you could take from the movie to use as you're an anchorman.
Other than the name, probably
The
not.
name.
Just
He
I'll
can
probably
use
just
the
pick the
name.
name and that'll
Yes.
be it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, so great. Okay.
Where do you think they got the name Anchor Man from?
Well, you know, back in the early 1800s when ships would sail across the Atlantic,
The ocean.
yes, for those who don't know, the most important crewman on a ship was the person who was in charge of the anchor man, and he gave the daily reports and things like that, and also dropped the anchor whenever they landed
Very
on
good.
Plymouth Rock to
See,
stop the ship.
And you thought there was no education
Exactly.
process in
Exactly,
this
no.
week at Falls Creek. And listen what you've learned. We're going to go over some more things all week long, but we've just got a couple of days left. And I know you're pressed for time because you've got to
Yes,
go in and
yes.
you've
But
got to go
what's the
through all
name
of it.
of the show that you're going to be anchoring?
That's a good question. In fact, it's called One Question, I believe.
One
So-
Question TV.
One question. Yes. Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Yes.
One
That sounds
question.
about right.
How
They
many
don't
questions do
tell
you
me.
ask during this One Question TV? You know, I mean, I've been asking questions left and right, and often you don't give people a chance to answer questions. So when you just have one question, you've got to make it a good one, right? Am I right?
That's true.
I'm right.
Truly. One question.
One
to
question.
ask.
What is the question?
I asked them what question would they like me to ask them, and then I asked them.
That's an amazing
that
insight.
and all-
Amazing insight.
One question.
Amazing insight. You just
No.
don't get this every day. It comes from that years of studliness.
Studliness and anchorman training. on the boat,
Anchorman training.
on boats.
Dropping the anchor on the
Dropping
boat.
the anchor. That's an industry term as well. Dropping the anchor.
And
Dropping
you could
the
probably
anchor.
Build houses with studs.
And after you've had a couple of those dinners, like that chicken enchilada, a lot of us had to drop the anchor, did we not? I'm so sorry. No offense.
Sure,
You know,
sure,
she
sure.
was one of our guests earlier this
Well, I
week.
mean, we work with what we got. You know, we've got a great crew here.
Got a great crew. That is true. We've been very fortunate this entire week to have wonderful people around us, serving us and being so kind and gentle. Some not so kind and gentle. You know them.
You know who you are?
Yeah,
Yes.
they know who they are. Yes, they do. And we're going to try and work on that. We'll have another study on not just studliness, but kindness. It's biblical, I'm sure.
True.
Okay, so as an anchor, some of the most important things you have to have is being able to read a person. What have you read about most of the people you've interviewed this week?
I like to take their reactions on my reactions because I'm real self-centered. I like to, well, not self-centered negatively, but I like to put it out there for them to give it back. That's the way I like to, and I like to play off of that way. That way I can see what they're saying, what they want, what they, can I go here, can I go there? I see a little bit of that, and then they give it back to me. And but mainly I just focus on myself because I am the anchor man, and they're just a guest or an interview or whatever, and they will be gone in a few
You have to
seconds.
remember who's number one.
That's
Who's
true,
number
that's
one.
true,
The
that's-
anchorman is the number
That's
one
true.
on the
Numero
show.
uno.
Yes. Mhm.
You have to look at whose name is first on the show.
Oh wow, that's
Because they always put,
Right. Right,
someone
right.
else second and just pretty
Right.
much anyone.
But,
yeah.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
But, that's not
Number
necessarily
two is
reflecting
important
anything.
also.
Number 2 is important.
Yes, but they're not
for
the stud
ratings.
anchors.
Yeah, right.
So, we've got you established as you're a stud, well-known fact. You work off of the interview of other people, well-known fact. Tell us some not so well-known facts about yourself.
A lot of people don't know this, but I'm scared of any animal larger than me. Now, that's not necessarily like
Me
most
too.
people say horse, elephant. Those are obvious ones. Little dogs. Some dogs are larger.
Great Danes, they're large.
Great
Great Danes,
Danes
are
are large.
large. Saint Bernards, they're large. They're
Especially
not
with
small,
a
they're-
big keg on their neck.
Yeah,
That's-
that's scary.
that's
I've
scary.
heard
That's
stories.
scary.
Also in Texas, I've heard that they are breeding rabbits large enough to ride to work, so people don't have to pay so much for gas, and that frightens
rabbits,
me.
I've heard of
Rabbits,
that.
They
Yes,
have claws,
yes.
and
Yes.
that's something that I'm going to advocate here this next fall for legislation against riding
Yes.
rabbits to work, just because.
They would hop over you,
Yeah,
and how
and- yeah,
scary
and
would that be
who's-
flying
who's gonna
through,
regulate
flying
that?
through.
But just think of the lucky rabbit's foot you could get. This thing would be jumbo
That's
size.
true. The feeding aspect of it is a good deal, but I feel like there's no regulation, and plus they're big and they're scary.
That just the thought frightens me now. Well, look, we're about out of time here, and we certainly appreciate you being here today. Best of luck for the rest of your week and doing your anchor bit.
Well, thank
you know, it's just good to be in front of the camera sometimes, don't you think?
Yeah.
We'll be back with after a word from our sponsor, not with anybody in particular, but after a word from our sponsor.
Well, let's hear it for Jared Aylor.
Jared Aylor, thank you for being here. Yeah.
One Question TV. You'll love it.
One question.
Yeah, there's a dime right there.
The top is whatever you have. Hi, how are you doing? I'm doing good. I heard you were trying to sell your house. We are, but we don't want to mess with the lawn. You should try 1-800-2-SELL-HOMES. 1-800-2-SELL-HOMES? That's right. 1-800-2-SELL-HOMES. They'll buy your house in any condition. Any condition? That's right. If you don't take care of your lawn, if you have a flood in your basement, if you have crayon drawings on your walls, they'll still buy it. Wow! I'm going to call 1-800-2-SELL-HOMES today.
Well, that's our show for today, folks. I hope you had a great as time as we did. It's going to be a great week.
Yes.
I mean-
tomorrow, you'll be so excited. Tomorrow, Will Ferrell.
Will
Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
He'll be here. I'm so excited.
It's unbelievable we could get him. I mean,
So
in
talented.
between all these movie shoots and everything, I mean, and yeah, we just had one anchor man, and now we're going to have another. It's awesome. Will Ferrell. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
We did save the best for last. No offense to all you other people we've been interviewing,
To the studs.
but this is Will Ferrell. So, with that, we're going to leave you with a good saying from an old friend of ours, Don Beauregard Bojo Rowe from Louisiana, who says, I want that weird.
Words to live by.
Have a great day. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.